Being a big fan of horror and creepy stuff in general, I like it when games and media take from real-world events and situations, and that's exactly what I just got done playing with the Town of Light that's now available. But is this game a bright spot for gaming, or should it just get locked in the dark? The Town of Light is one of those games that would be classified as a walking simulator. The game's story takes place in a broken down insane asylum that was in use during the 1940s. You take control of Renee, who is exploring this insane asylum where she spent a lot of time in her youth trying to piece together the past, as she has a hazy memory of what had happened. The game does actually a good job of bringing you in through exploring, finding doctor's notes and other documents, as well as just going to areas within the asylum itself to bring back some of these haunting and sometimes jarring memories. It's an evil place for sure, but the game does a good job at kind of showing what it was like in these insane asylums during this time. The core gameplay, though, is walking around and interacting with the various objects, doing a tiny bit of puzzle solving, like getting the electricity running by finding a circuit breaker, or doing a few little button presses and valve turns in order to get the water running back to the shower. You're not fending off enemies or running away from them. There's never a sense of real true danger. It's one of those games that builds on its atmosphere, which if you can get into, there's some definite creepy moments for sure. One of the more interesting things that the game does do, though, is explore multiple paths through the game. By making certain choices while reading documents, you'll get a few options, and by making certain choices, you'll go down different paths of the story itself, taking you to a couple of different areas and changing things up a bit for a couple of playthroughs. Like minigames like this, it's not exceptionally long, taking roughly around 2.5 hours in order to play through it. With multiple playthroughs, at least there gives you more to do, and there's a chapter select, so you can go right back before you made certain choices and choose different ones to see how the story would end up unfolding and try to get those other paths and other ways through the game. There is a hint system in the game that you can use at any time to kind of guide you a little bit. There was a couple of times still where I got stuck for a few minutes, but overall, for the most part, I was able to kind of get through the game relatively easily. The game also features a handful of collectibles to add a little bit more to the game itself. From the technical side of things, the game ran smoothly, though I didn't run into major glitching, crashing, or slowdown of any sort. Though there was texture and graphical pop-in when going through certain areas. When I would kind of turn down certain hallways, the lights would kind of turn on or pop into effect. But with the whole insane asylum feel, it kind of felt like it belonged, so the graphical issues really didn't take much away. The Town of Light is available now on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC for $19.99. It does feature a full trophy list in Platinum, and it's a pretty darn easy one if you want to go for it. Overall, this game, of course, won't be for everyone, but if you're someone who likes horror and creepy and exploration-style games that it is, you're probably going to enjoy it like I did. I like the way that it dove into the mental depression and illness and the insane asylum practices in general, which I always find fascinating. With everything said, I'm going to be giving the Town of Light a 7 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this review. I'd like to thank you for watching, and of course, I hope you enjoyed.